this is Lisa from Life in Layouts, and today I have a layout using this sketch or layout really. I found this on Pinterest. There was no real connection to like a layout or to a blog or anything like that. I will link below where I found it on Pinterest. If you do happen to know the original artist, please let me know. I will gladly give them credit for it because I love the way that my layout came out. It's a little bit different, but really when I'm looking at these types of layouts, I am really following the background of the layout. So I pulled out this white paper with gray polka dots on it. That's not from the collection, it's from my stash. And the layout inspiration just calls for it at the top, but I cut my pieces a little short, so I was like, oh, I'll just use the rest of that paper on the bottom. I did also round the edges. I just felt that gave it a little bit more character for the layout, and I love the way that this turned out. I think that the red in this collection really makes the paper stand out. Sometimes I use just a little bit of red, and then other times, like for this layout, I used a large portion of the red in the background, and it just looks so awesome. When I created this layout, I had already created the layout with the hot chocolate, which is the layout seriously that I created. And so I knew that I could use the rest of this paper. And I love that like tealy color with the white swishes. I guess it's supposed to look like wind or in the snow. And I think that it is just a really beautiful paper. What I had left from hot chocolate paper, I just cut it in half and used both pieces on either side. And then I went ahead and used the striped paper and the blue polka dotted paper, which is the paper that is used in the layout inspiration. What I did was search for I Love Winter layouts on Pinterest, and this came up, which is all of the pieces from the collection. So it really made it easy to put this piece together. Now, of course, my photos don't really correspond with the photos that are in the layout inspiration, but I made it work for my photos. On the far left-hand side, I have two photos. I did cut them down just a little bit. They were 4x6 photos, just to give them a little space, breathing room on either side. And then for the right-hand side, I did use the two stacked photos, but I went ahead and just made them larger, as opposed to what looks like a 3x3 on the inspiration. And then I moved the stacked photos to the center because I wanted the photos of the kids' prizes, which are those little stuffed animals, all the way at the end at the right. I did pull in this big piece of embellishment. Echo Park is really good about adding huge embellishment pieces, which sometimes it's just hard to work them in. But because I have a lot of space on the left-hand side, I thought that it would work perfectly. So it says, when it's cold outside, memories keep us warm. And I really tried to incorporate any of those pieces where it talked about outside and being inside and things like that. So I thought it was perfect. Because I had that paper with the swishy on it, I went ahead and added another swish that was from the sticker sheet, and I added that up there in the top on the left-hand side as part of my cluster. I also added a little tag that said Wonderland and a little blue snowflake as well as a red snowflake. For my inspiration here, I was really thinking of just pulling in any of like the stuffy like type embellishment pieces. The blue embellishment piece over there that has the little stuffed bear, and then the reindeer, as well as the rabbit that's on the left hand side. And I felt like those really incorporated and matched well with the pieces that the kids won in this arcade section. Of course, I do have the brad, so I went ahead and added a brad to each one of the clusters. On the far left, I went ahead and added a brad that has a little bird on it, again bringing in the animals. And then for the right hand side, I just added one that has like a pearl color. And then down at the bottom, I just added a red color as well. Because I really have a whole selection of letters, I went ahead and just used the larger letters to spell out knuckleheads. That used up quite a bit of the pieces. And then I really wanted to use the wood grain color for the word arcade, but I am missing a D. I think they fell off or somewhere in this scrapbook room. So I went ahead and just used the blue tile letters, and it worked perfectly. All right, everyone, here is my final layout as well as some close-ups. Do you guys use Pinterest for some ideas? Do you ever search for the collection that you're using to try to find ideas where you don't really have to think about exactly what you're going to do? It's kind of all figured out for you. Or do you like the process of figuring it out yourself? Let me know in the comments below. All right, everyone, if you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more double page layout inspiration, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks, everyone, for watching, and I hope that you have a scrappy day.